Hello, hello, hello. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are looking at my load order. This is a new load order that I made to fool around with. This will probably only last a week or two, and then I'll probably try to do something else. But for now, I thought this would be something fun to do. So we have the Skyrim Unofficial Skyrim Special Edition patch, which fixes a bunch of things in the game that Bethesda never fixed. We have the Dragonborn Delayed. This delays the Dragonborn DLC questline from kicking off until you kill Alduin, which makes sense. And then this is the Dawn Guard, starts at level 40. There is a level 25 version, but I like for it to start really later. It gives me time to do the main quest line and then do the Dragonborn. I kind of like to do things in a particular order. Then there's Tamriel Reloaded. I did the trees and the grasses. And then I have my grass fix. I have a new weather mod, Wander, and this is, I'm going to call it Alfheimer theme. I don't know if that's correct, but anyway, the theme focuses only on pleasant weathers, and that is to help our shows so that I do not get consumed with blizzards and horrible rain and other things when I'm trying to do a show. So there you go. Now this is Enhanced Nights because I like that sci-fi look. This is Sarcastic's Dynamic Moons. Same reason. Display enhancements. This just helps me adjust like some simple things like you can adjust the saturation up or down, brightness up and down, things like that. Some people, if you look it up and do some research, some people have some cool settings they use that do different things. All I really do, what I like to do is just add a little saturation and a little contrast, and then I'm usually good. But I've seen different people. I've tried some other settings, and some of them are really pretty cool. Just because it wasn't to my long-term taste doesn't mean it wasn't good, but you can check that out for yourself. Now, free camera is just something I use in the shows a little bit, not all the time, but I use it sometimes to get some better pictures. Amazing follower tweaks. This is just for my followers. Just allows me to control their clothing and how they act and what they do. And then this is the what is this? This is the boost add-on so that I can have more followers, and I can actually have up to 7 at a time following me. This is My Home is Your Home, and this is the Tailors Measure. My Home is Your Home just allows me to tell my followers to use whichever house I'm at. You know, I can just say, hey, this house where we're at, this is your home. And then if I dismiss them later, they'll go to that home, so I can always find them. Now, I am going kind of slow through this, and you can kind of use this however you want to speed up or slow down to give you a chance to see everything, and, you can use that however you want. Then the Tailors Measure, I use that. It's just a little item that you craft and you equip, and I use that to change NPCs' clothing sometimes as necessary. Unique armors and weapons. This just, if you look here, it adds these weapons and armors to your forge, to your miscellaneous, so that you can create them. And then this is the amazing follower tweaks. This is no friendly fire, so your followers won't be fighting each other all the time because they fight way too much. It helps too if you don't give them AoE spells, but some followers just naturally come with those. So this is free crafting. Just means you need no perks and no materials to craft any vanilla item in the game. Armor in the game, I should say. Armor and weapon. It also applies to jewelry. So, then, craftable clothing allows you to craft clothing at the tanning rack. There we go, the tanning rack. It works very good. It's a nice little mod. Then I have a couple of enchanting mods I like to use. No enchantment restrictions. That allows you to really put enchantments the way you want on your items. Of course, you can't put weapon enchants on your armor, and you can't put armor enchants on your weapons because they would serve no purpose. But for the most part, it's very good. There is still a couple of limitations, but like I just mentioned, but it's really great. It's a lot better. Unlimited enchantments. This is really insane. You can really put a ton of enchantments on everything. So it does change your perk tree, so you have to go up and put the perk points in it, but it's worth it. Forever Corpse. This keeps the reanimated corpses from going to ash. It makes them stay corpses, so you could possibly reanimate them over and over, especially if it's one you liked or one you were using, especially, I don't know, for any reason. And then there's superhuman jumping. I use this to jump around like like the Hulk, just jump around. Improved candles. I decided to go with the drippy black this time, just for fun, to have something different to look at. I like doing the different candles. It's just fun. It's a tiny little touch, and this mod is so small. And then we have the powerful torch. I like that just because sometimes I do have things or mods or whatever that make certain things really dark, and I'm like, okay, I'm just going to live with that. I'm going to roll with that. I'm going to have a powerful torch to kind of make it so I can see in those areas. Cheat room. Well, we know I use the cheat room all the time for all kinds of stuff, so it's pretty much essential for any game to me. Goodies chest. Spawn any NPC. This has the goodies chest. Part of this has a bunch of fun, silly stuff. Make sure you save your game before you use them, but once you make your save, just empty the chest out and go crazy and have fun. And you might break your game, but it's okay as long as you have that save. You can reload and you'll be alright. And then spawn any NPC. This too, you should save before you use it, because it does pull any, it makes a clone, it makes a copy of any NPC that it has a spell for, which is not every NPC in the game, but it's a lot of them. Okay, but it's not all of them, but it's a lot of them. Okay, so crafting supplies all in one. This puts some chests around Whiterun. Oh, and I think one sack. Oh, it puts some chests, a sack. Oh, it puts a chest, two chests, a food sack, and an apothecary satchel in Whiterun that has probably all the supplies you would ever need for anything. Okay? Unless we're talking about mod items. Sometimes mod authors get so weird in their requirements that this doesn't cover that. But those things you can always get from the cheat room, so it's fine. Alright, so here's the beginning of some stuff that I'm playing around with. This is the Nephilim CBBE BDUUMP armor, and I'm going to be... This is a different version. This is Morgan Hilson's Nephilim shape version, so I'm going to be doing a show on this. This is the Dizona Mail Armor clothing replacer. I'm going to do a show on this. There's my Armored Circlets, Nocturnals Clothes. I think these are pretty self-explanatory. It enables me to craft Armored Circlets, enables me to craft Nocturnals Clothes. This improves the blade armor stats and the sword so that they'll be as powerful as Daedric items. It just makes sense that the blades, who are supposed to be the superior fighting force, would have that. Craftable elven light armor and also the ebony mail. This just puts those two items on your forge so you can craft them. This is something else we're going to do a show on and take a look at, is the Nephilim shaped Terra armors. Now, I've seen the other Terra armors, and I think I've even done shows on some of them, like maybe the Seraphim one a long time ago. But Morgan Hilson did this version. I thought we would check it out and do a show on this. There's also this version of the Amazing World of Bikini armor. I thought we might just, kind of gloss over it as just kind of a companion to the other one. This is something new I saw, and I thought we might try that. I haven't gone to Riverwood to even find it yet, but they give us a little hint there. I think we can find it. This is Katana Crafting. Oh, that is an outfit, but I just haven't found it yet, so I haven't looked at it. Okay, so Katana Crafting, this just allows you to have a lot of katanas of all different variations, like a steel katana, a glass katana, an ebony katana, etc., etc. And it's very nice. I like that mod, so I've kept that around a while. This is Skyrim Npc Overhaul, which is very nice. It's pretty small, and it really covers a lot more than you see in my game, because I really just use it to help make the guys look better. The girls, I go ahead and overlay any of that with the Botox girls, because I think they're the best. They look the best. And then this is All Ladies Are Young, even though they have an old voice. This is Marvelous Mirabelle. It's a replacer for Mirabelle, and so that after you finish the, I think it's after, what is it? Is after you finish, yeah, once you finish the college quest line and you are the Archmage, you will receive a note to come see her that she's still alive and you can recruit her. So that's Mirabelle. It keeps her alive, and it's pretty cool. So, this is just a little weight adjustment for me, all the lineness. I never understood why she was kind of tall and skinny like that. Anyway, just my thought. Everything I do is probably so subjective. Don't sweat it. It's okay. So this is Immersive Winches. This is the newer version, which doesn't have any quest in it, but it's very cool. Since we have that, now we can bring back the other winch mods. Judgment winches have more to do with the Dwemer. Hateful winches are with the Draugr. Deadly winches are any of these. Imperial, Stormcloaks, Guards, Bandits, Forsworn, Vampires, Vigilants. Any of them can be deadly winches, and they can be pretty tough. And then Forgotten winches, which are horrible, and they are with the Falmer. And they summon a lot of bugs and all kinds of stuff, so they're gross. Alright, then we have Ashar's Merchants and Traders in the inns, which we've seen me use a ton, and I just keep them around. I like that. These are some followers I want to do some shows on. This is Asher's Misa Amani, I'm going to say. That's my best guess. I'm sticking with it. And this is Daedric Beauties, or Daedric Beauties. Oh, I get it. Daedric Beauties. Yeah, I guess. I'm trying to get it. Anyway, doesn't matter. I need to check these out and do a show on that. This is another one of Asher's, Shirayuki. And this is another one, Lana Stormcloak. I've been meaning to do some of these for a while. But these were the Asher's... No, wait. Were the Asher's one the request? No. I think I have some others that were a request. Where did they go? Well, anyway, if I don't have them, I will have them. Actually, these may have been the ones that were requested. Nonetheless, doesn't matter if they were or not. I do have some follower requests that I need to do, and we will do those. So this is the KS Hairdo's Light that I always use because it has a balance, 20 male, 20 females. Actually, I think they added 5 more to each of those, but it's either 20 or 25 each, and it's really nice. This is just that superior lore friendly hair in case anybody in the game still has vanilla hair, which I think at this point I may not need that anymore. So this is the Nephilim Body. Now this, I like the idea of this mesh, but there's so many other things with it. It's really kind of a bloated mod. It has so much stuff from the Definitive Beauty Pack and different things. It includes a lot of stuff. So I don't even know if they tell you what all's in it, but it does include a lot of stuff. So, well, here they go. They tell you body texture, because I don't really like that glowy texture. And it includes makeup, scars, young normal maps for females. See, only female mesh edit. Also include new tweaks. Okay. Anyway, it's not awful. There's just some stuff that's a little too much. However, I have put this below it to hopefully override it, and I think it's working properly, near as I can tell. The Definitive Beauty Pack is the new Definitive Beauty Pack, and I just did a show on the latest version of that. Really not, this wasn't a show. I did a show on the original version of this one, and then I just did a little addendum. So, better male presets, just like it says, to give me a few male guys that look good. And then this is the new Dazona Male Body. It's to give you, how do I say it? It's to give you a little more of a little less of a superhero body, but still a good body, but more, I think they thought more realistic. Now, the one thing it does have, I think, that is wrong and is messed up is the brows. Because here it says includes, and it includes brows, and all my guys' eyebrows are messed up. So, alright. So, I'm using the clean, shaved version, because I didn't see any point in having the dirty version. I just don't understand. This is Asher's Quality Skin. I'm using this to override that shiny, glowy texture that I don't like. I don't say that to be mean. You know, these things are very subjective, and that's why when you do, sometimes when you do a mod, packing it full of all this stuff is too much, because, like, I don't care for the texture, and it just ends up taking space, and then there's other things, but you get the idea. So it becomes, one mod can become bloated and can be much bigger than it really needs to be and take up more space than necessary. This is my Hype 1 all-in-one door merge mod that I like, and it's not mine. I'm sorry I said that, but it's not. These were created by Hype 1 and presented by Stone Spiral Gaming, and I really like these doors, and I have a show coming out on that. It's really cool. This is photorealistic ash piles, because occasionally someone is still going to get turned into ash by the lightning spells. So I want them to at least look decent when they are there. This is my map. I've been using this for a long time. I'm sure you're familiar with my map. I'm trying out Realistic Water 2 SE. It's insane, but I'm trying it out. So far, it's good. Now, I have a few replacers down here that are down here for different reasons. One, Nisa here. Now, mind you, this load order. I apologize. This load order is still largely a work in progress, but I have been playing and it has been fun. The only thing I'm getting ready to tell you is that Nisa, when I had Nisa up here with my other follower mods, Nisa had the speckled face problem. So I moved her down here, and I haven't gone to check on her yet to see if that fixed it. Sometimes if I get that problem, I just move them down below my textures and other character files, and it gets rid of that issue. This is the Khajiits and Argonians replacer, which I will show you because I made a girl called Tigra. And if you watch that one show of mine, which should be out before this one, you will see her, at least in part of that show. So, and then I haven't made a lizard girl yet. I will. I haven't decided how to do that yet, but I will. This is Wicks Serrano replacer. I want to do a show on that and see what I really just want to see her and see if she looks as good as I think she will. But then I want to do a show on it too. These are some replacers I use. If you're familiar with my load orders, I use these, Uskard and Mjall. This is the biggest patch in the world, but it's for the immersive winches to give them the Botox look and to give them some nice hair. So it's really big, and we just have to live with it. I mean, Morgan Helsing was nice enough to do it for us, but like they say, they can't do much about the size because, you know, it's just what it takes for whatever reason. Maybe someone else can help make the size better, but that's what it is. This is the KS Hairdo's Light patch that I always use. I have debated just letting it go, but for now I'm still using it. This is the alternate start, of course. This is Immersive Animations. This is a new combat animation mod. It will affect one-handed weapons, all that stuff. I know, but you get the idea. You can read right there. Just pause it and read. Anyway, so I'll probably do a show on that, even though it's a tiny thing. I probably will. This is the XP32 maximum skeleton, which also includes TBBP animations and the custom ragdoll setting. And it doesn't have the spinning, which thank you very much for that, Morgan Helsing. That was nice to not have the spinning. So I appreciate that. So it's down here and it works very well. Now, this is the color patches remover. If you're familiar with modding in Skyrim, you probably have found out that you need this. I can't explain it, and most people can't explain it. Don't know why that is such an issue, but anyway. This is New Beginnings, Live Another Life. I meant to do a show on this, and I haven't yet. This adds a bunch of options. Over here. See that? You can just pause and read those. Believe me, there's a lot. It adds all these options to alternate start, which is great. It just adds more options. And I'm always doing random, so occasionally when I get something good, will these work for... I think these work for the random. Though I imagine being one of these would be pretty funny, but nonetheless. This is just female orcs use female animation. Pretty small mod. Does its job. That's all I need it to do. This is Leave My Eyes Alone AFT. If you have Serrano and you bring her to the cheat room and you have AFT and you don't have this, it just makes her vampire eyes so dark. It's ridiculous. And I think it affects a lot of others as if they're your follower. Now, if they're not your follower, it doesn't matter so much. This is a special patch. And, well, Morgan Hilson explains it here. I don't know why, but the Khajiit near Whiterun don't work without this patch. And that's the sign for, yeah, they've given up. So I understand this is a tiny little patch. It doesn't hurt anything. And then I have this for more females. I have the Rich Merchants of Skyrim because I really like that. And I have something new that I'm trying, and so far it's working. No tail for Argonians and Khajiits. I have never really liked their tails much anyway, so I may keep this forever even if I don't keep everything else. But that is the end of my load order. Now, I have rambled on about this for a good little bit. That is my new load order. Now, right now, some of you are going to be disappointed I didn't have any cool textures or anything, but I focused so much on armors, and I wanted to do the new bodies and stuff like that, that I'm going to do these things over the next few weeks, and then I'm going to do another new load order, and I'm going to move a lot of this stuff out, and I'm going to have room, and I'm going to bring in some more fun textures and stuff, and we'll try to look for some new stuff. And if I don't find anything new, then I'll find something that's kind of newer, or something that's, maybe I'll go back and find something really old and see if it still works. I don't know. We'll figure something out. But, that's it. So that's it for my load order and my mod list. No matter how, whether you don't have to follow my load order at all. I'm not trying to get at that. This does really work well for me, but if you use a lot of different mods that I don't use, you may really need a totally different load order. I don't know, because obviously I'm not using those mods. And if I was, then I would find, out how to use those. But right now I'm not using whatever those might be. I don't usually use survival mods. I don't usually use anything really crazy. Sometimes I have done some stuff like... I have done like the People of Skyrim and stuff like that. The People of Skyrim 2, but I did the older version. I'm probably going to need to revisit that and do the new version, and that is probably going to be its own load order and its own show too, because that's probably going to be a big deal. I don't know if they ever finished The Enemy of My Enemy. That was a cool idea, but it wasn't complete when I played it, and it had no ending, so we'll see how that goes. Alright, so that's just thoughts for the future. If you've made it this far, I appreciate you watching. Hope you have a wonderful day. Do stay safe out there. I know things are opening back up and people are trying to get back to normal, or at least some of us are, but just stay safe anyway and watch out. Some people might be a little, they might be a little overexcited or a little, whatever, tense. So just be careful. And, yeah, I will catch you later. Alright, consider yourself warned. This is the shill. Please subscribe to the channel and watch more videos. I mean, what else are you going to do with your time? It's either this or take a nap. And don't be saying you're napping down in the comments.